are speaking in tongues, and I am. One pastor doesn't speak in tongues or doesn't have revelation about it, he will condemn it. And those who are speaking in that tongues are now confused. And nobody wants to talk about it. Hallelujah. We have made men of God gods. And so we are even thinking that because this man is so-called great man, they can't make mistakes. There are people who are greater than them who make mistakes. Go and read the God's generals. They were there all over. We saw anointed people, Abraham James, mighty men of God. This is a man so anointed that the accident that killed him. He and his wife had an accident. Both of them were unconscious, and the wife was dead. He gave a sign to the people that take my hand and put it on my wife. They put his hand on his wife. The man that is unconscious, the wife jacked back to life. He went ahead and died. This man was preaching. Later, he came back and said he's Elijah who is to come. He himself healed people. Later, he ended up in a wheelchair. Who said you cannot be in an error? The man that make GDJs popular in America. I don't want to mention his name. He preached. He has a program called Azusa. He put Bishop T.D. Jakes there, and Bishop T.D. Jakes was one of, nobody knows Bishop T.D. Jakes. Put him there, go and get his message, stumble into the place. And he put Bishop T.D. Jakes, and he played all the speakers 7 minutes. He has 30 minutes on TBN. He pressed 7 minutes of all the speakers. There were 5. T.D. Jakes' window 7 minutes was playing. Paul Crouch came there in his room from outside. Paul Crouch of blessed memory took the video. He was the owner of TBN. That time it was the only powerful Christian station in the world. And then take his television, take his remote and press the TV. When he pressed, T.D. Jakes' window message was preaching, was playing. And he was writing a book. And the book, he didn't know whether to tell the details about his life. He was trapped. The book has to do with something about the wounds of Jesus Christ. And then he didn't know. So Jesus said, T.D. Jakes was preaching and said that Jesus showed the wounds. So sometimes show the details of your life. And the message moved him so much that he called that man of God and said, who is this big joker who is preaching there? And he said, tell him to come and see me. And he gave him a free slot in TBN that opened up tips of T.D. Jakes. Now watch this. That man later was so much in error. One day he came to Ghana. He was preaching in Sunday FM. People start calling and insulting. I don't want to mention his name. The error. Some of the doctrines started coming out to be so dangerous. The mighty churches now collapsed. One funny rich man came there, bought him a plane, and diverted the course of his doctrine. Don't make gods out of men. One great man of God, he said in the Garden of Eden, Eve has sex with the serpent. I mean, diversion. Who said they can't make a mistake? No. So you come to the place, people will stop speaking in tongues. Some have already stopped. They are confused. Study the Bible for yourself so that you won't be confused. This thing is a prophecy. False prophets will come. No. And sometimes as a result of insecurity, they have to condemn something somebody is doing, whether you like it or not. Listen, also for today, God told me I'm breaking denominational barriers. Shh. Before coronavirus came in, some people were only used to their pastor's message, and God opened it up. So somebody who has never heard another message, heard other pastors preaching, say, all these things are there. And some of them have started feeling it. Because they managed to put the people in bondage and trap them to listen to only them. And they make sure that they don't go anywhere. But now they're at home. And you are not on air. Not everybody has a message on air. And then they start listening. And they are so people. Because let me tell you something. We are under shepherds. This ministry is for Jesus Christ. And you didn't pay price for the people sitting there. One day, when you come here and I start preaching that Jesus didn't save you, don't step here again. Find another church. When you see me condemning fasting and prayer, step another place. Nobody can monopolize it. Hallelujah.